Welcome back to the Wormhole Extremists. We're watching season 4 of Stargate SG1's Watergate, episode 407. I'm with Nicole.
Hello, hello.
And Yvonne.
Hello.
How we
I
doing?
got full named.
Yes.
You got full names. You've been
Did
bad.
you notice the reference there?
Yes, it was the Enclarans.
Yes.
So we meet them in 2 episodes' time in Scorched Earth.
I love when they do that.
Yep.
Yeah, it is really cool. And Walter, I love how disappointed he is that he's like kind of been itching to call out Chevron 7 logged, and he just can't. And he's got all this like pent up like energy.
He's like ready to 7 that, and he can't.
I feel like he's gonna go to like just like an open space somewhere and just like yell it out just to like get it off his chest.
Chevron 7 locked.
I'm not gonna lie. This is like I love. Yes, Daniel, another gate. I love when this happens. The other gate drama is always fun for me.
Yep.
Yeah, I love how they give like a brief recap.
Or was it?
Yeah. So anytime the other gate gets involved, or like there's some sort of superseding gate problem, it's always very exciting. So like Solitudes and obviously the opener of this season, it's all very exciting.
So apparently the borders between Russia and China are wrong on this map.
Really?
So Mongolia has been incorrectly included as part of Russian territory, which is incorrect.
Gosh.
Oh no,
so
the
it's
Russians
kind
have
of
us.
bit
That's
funny.
it.
The other
Game
ones
on.
have the gate. Dear oh dear.
Oh my
So
god.
this changes everything.
Yeah.
Russia's
So-
coming.
We obviously have our special guest star for this week, Marina Sirtis,
Woo!
as Dr. Svetlana Markov.
That's it.
So this is her only Stargate appearance, but she's obviously best known as, is it Deanna Troy? Troy, is that how you
Troy.
pronounce it?
Mhm.
In Star Trek The Next Gen, with 176 episodes under her belt. And she had roles in a few other Star Trek spin-offs. She's also worked with Seth MacFarlane on Family Guy, The Cleveland Show, and The Orville. And she recently returned as Troy for 7 episodes of Star Trek Picard. And she is the 4th Star Trek veteran to appear in this franchise, after Armin Shimmerman, Dwight Schultz, and Renee Auberjonois.
You got it.
Beautiful pronunciations.
Oh, thank you. This is actually the episode that Kurt Russell visited on set for.
Oh,
Really?
really?
Yeah.
Okay. He was up there doing like some kind of an Elvis thing.
Yeah.
He was, yes. He looked very handsome dressed up as Elvis. Well, he had the hair anyway.
He sure did.
Yeah. I love that he went and visited it. He was like, yeah, I want to see what they're doing with our
I
movie.
know.
So cute.
I love Kurt Russell.
He's a good guy.
So this episode apparently happens about 2 months after Small Victories. This doesn't count the 3 months or so that Earth was stuck in a time loop, obviously.
That's true.
Apparently the idea of an underwater world was first imagined during the planning stages for season 2, but they lacked like the technical capabilities and budget to pull it off. So they just sort of like put a pin in it.
Yeah. It's
glad
visual
they brought it
effects
back.
heavy.
Yeah, very visual effects heavy. But it is a very eye-appealing episode.
Jed Ted just said that Marina Sirtis is also matriarch Benezia in Mass Effect, and
Yes, I
she
did
is an
see that.
icon. I love her so. Oh my
in
god! I
Mass
had no
Effect, she's an
idea.
icon? Okay.
She's an absolutely iconic character.
Wow. That's great.
I think she's just sort of iconic in just sort of sci-fi in general.
I love her, honestly. I've got like the biggest crush on her from this episode. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot she was in Star Trek because I just love her so much in this.
She's Star Trek royalty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's like a little small thing, but in Russia, surnames are often adapted to align with the individual's gender identity. So Svetlana, if she identifies as a female, her surname would actually be Markova, not Markov.
Interesting.
It's just a little thing.
I mean, no, yeah. So all of Eastern Europe follows that same rule. So
Yes.
my boyfriend is Petr Edrev. His younger sister is Megan Edreva.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Could be a
So
shit
I would be
there.
Nicole Edreva
Yeah.
if I married him, but I refuse to do that because I like my name better. So
So
Noted.
apparently the co-pilot there is Daryl, I think it's Sheila as the co-pilot. He also played a cop in Holiday.
Okay.
ooh. Oh, Holiday. The embarrassment.
And these scenes at the airbase were shot at the Boundary Bay Airport, and the aircraft here is a USAF C-130, and it belonged to the California Air National Guard.
On loan.
Yes.
She is so beautiful.
She is.
Oh, she's
Honestly.
stunning.
She had never played a Russian before.
She does it so well.
Look, I couldn't verify this on more than one site, but according to IMDb, Marina outperformed 19 other actors at the audition, 17 of whom were actually Russian. And apparently her Russian accent was so convincing after the first take that they requested her to dial it back a little bit for clarity, but I couldn't verify that on more than one site.
I thought she was. I didn't think that she had to audition for the role.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, did she
That's
even
usually
have to
an
audition,
offer.
given that she's like a like you said, Star Trek royalty? So
Yeah.
like I said, I couldn't verify that elsewhere.
Interesting.
Also, interestingly, the parka, the jacket that she's wearing, is the rain pattern camo, sorry, that was issued by Warsaw Pact countries like Poland, East Germany, and Bulgaria, and it was never used in the Soviet Union or the Russian Federation.
Ah.
Well, there we go. Another anachronism.
Yeah.
More Eastern Europe funsies.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as Lockwatcher points out, they filmed in the real plane. And
Yes.
why not? Just shake it a little.
Well, if it's there, use it.
That's it.
I like that. I love Stargate when I feel like all the characters are really getting like opportunities to kind of shine. And like I feel like every team member kind of gets a moment in this episode, and like that makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
But Daniel is extra sassy, and Gene Diata needs to be here to like appreciate it.
Yeah, I have notes on his sassiness later.
I have thoughts on his sassiness later.
I will
have
address his
asides on
sassiness at
his
a later
sassiness.
time.
I'm not gonna lie, I love the like working with like people that you're a bit like iffy with and having to like be friendly and get along. And this is one of my favorite team ups. Whenever it's like them with the Russians, I'm like, yes, guys, friendship. Let's try that.
Jack
So-
is a product of the Cold War. He killed Russians for a living.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
there's a lot going on beneath the surface here, as it were,
Yeah.
that is at play, and Jack plays it pretty well.
Yeah.
He does. I think so too. So we just found out the origin of the Russians' DHD. So found by the Nazis and confiscated by the Russians after World War II. So that was kind of a little interesting tidbit.
So we found the gate, but they found the DHD during
Yep.
that period. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the Russians found the DHD in Berlin, so they recovered it, and that's actually a part of the story in Stargate Origins that we made
yeah.
sure to
Oh,
include
that's
in.
cool.
I did watch that twice.
Uh-huh.
I did actually enjoy it more the second
That
time.
is very cool.
You'll
I need
notice
to
the
watch it again.
Nazis say in the film it looks just like the one in Berlin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So-
cool. So, she just said that there's 47 people at the base. I read somewhere that this is probably a nod to how often they use the number 47 in Next Gen,
42.
but I haven't seen. Okay, because it said 47 like a couple of places, but I will trust the Star Trek.
Well, 4-2
aficionado.
is the Guardians of the Galaxy is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy secret. What is it? The Secrets of the Universe, Life and Everything.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so there may be a 47 as well, but 4-2 is the one that appears a lot.
Oh, Teal'c's not happy.
I think it's kind of funny because like Daniel sort of, I'm kind of proud of him because he sort of takes it in his stride. Like
he's been through a lot.
He
He's
barely
good.
complains like
Yeah.
about parachuting out of this plane, although I'm sure it is his first time. Whereas Teal'c is like really hesitant.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. I really feel like Daniel would be more, scared to do it because he's like just, like nerd, not really
Yeah.
like combat and jump out of planes kind of guy. So,
This is quite
oh,
charming.
that line gets me. I have to stop talking.
Yeah, me too.
Just coming off the last 2 episodes, it's like, yeah, damn right, it's charming. Oh,
was that the Vancouver
Canada.
skyline?
That looks like Canada to me.
Yes.
Is it supposed to be snow and mountains?
I
I'm
don't
sure
know. Well,
there's-
it's
there's
supposed to
all
be
that in Russia.
Siberia, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I guess so. This does not seem wise.
I feel like they should have trained him better on this, or maybe stuck them on the same shoot together.
yeah, they
O'Neill's-
give him very basic instructions. Someone who's never done it before. Just jump and pull this.
Can I just say the 2 girls went out first? Like,
Yeah.
whoa. Let's go, ladies.
2 very kick-ass women of sci-fi, so they got this.
Jeez.
No, Daniel's just like, yeah, sure, yeah, I've got it.
Jack's jump is the most accurate.
Yeah. I think that's good. That's kind of like the point, isn't it?
Yeah,
That
because he's done it a
Yeah.
lot.
well-trained.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So the set that they used is the Portman power station, which was also Harlan's factory in Tin Man.
Yep, I did
and
recognize
they
it.
use it again in Beneath the Surface and Proving Ground, so twice more this season.
It's a good facility to use.
There we go.
Yeah, I recognize that door from Proving Ground.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
It's the one they come through.
Yes, it is. It totally is.
Wow, Teal, thank you. Very helpful.
Very precise.
This episode's actually really funny.
It has its humor.
There are bits of it. Also in the next episode as well, there's some funny bits.
Yeah.
But that's just Stargate, isn't it?
I think
Yeah.
season 4 was really firing on all
Peppered.
cylinders in terms
It
of
really
was.
action.
It was the
humor,
first time they
drama.
Crushed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're also like nuanced as well. Like everyone gets each other. All the vibes are lining
Yep.
up. It's
Mhm.
excellent.
Not everything has to be. Yeah, I'm definitely getting Comtria vibes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. That's what
Gonna
I
get
was
knocked out in a minute.
thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I was watching bits of it yesterday.
Oh, please. Oh, Jack. Yeah, this episode's very strange for me because it was the first time I ever truly experienced Daniel being really sassy because I went from season 1 to season 4. So I
Yes.
was like,
Oh,
whoa,
yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
chill,
well,
right?
is.
He says that he's been hanging around with Jack for
Jack,
too,
Yep.
for
yeah.
too long.
Oh, I love the comment here. Which one? This one. There it is.
Oh, the mask looks so foggy.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like Daniel kind of becomes like this when he's with Vala in season 9 and 10 a lot. And I feel like this is the first
Yes.
inkling that he can be that. I had some people say to me that they felt that Daniel's very out of character in the later seasons with Vala, but I'm like, no, it's perfectly in character. He just didn't need to behave like that with everybody else. So,
Yeah, no, I think it was almost like a defense mechanism.
yeah.
He was a
But it
fallen
just
angel.
showed-
God knows how he
Yeah.
was going to return.
Well,
Yeah.
exactly right. Little bit jaded from those multiple deaths.
Oh, yeah.
Our pets
Apparently
can read that.
well, apparently it means nothing.
Well, that's the thing.
I think it's more on the computer, like when she enters into the base computer, like there's just a lot of meaningless sequences of Russian letters.
Yeah, so what Petter will do when we're watching this stuff is he'll read it out and go, well, that doesn't make sense. That's not a word. And I'm like, all right, darling, stop ruining it.
She knew
Lockwatch
these
said that
people.
actors hated these hazmat masks. I'm sure they did.
I don't blame them because they would be so uncomfortable.
I really love her reaction here where she's like really heartbroken to
Yeah.
like lose her colleagues.
Yeah.
It's so genuine and honestly, it's like it makes you really like fall in love with her character. I wish we got more of her. So
Yeah, I agree.
That would have been cool. Yeah, I agree too.
I feel like I really love all the Russian women in this show, actually. Like, every single one just has such, attitude and such confidence, and they're all just
Spunk.
so... Yeah, great little spunk.
Yeah. Slightly more likable than the Russian men.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
Poor
already
thing.
got a tear in her eye.
I love that Teal'c's like, yeah, let me just double check since we don't
Yeah.
trust the Russian.
Yeah, I'm just gotta just converse with Junior here for a second.
Exactly.
Junior's giving me the thumbs up, guys. I'm pretty sure Junior doesn't have thumbs, but yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But she's
Svetlana.
remaining professional and having to do her job.
Mm. Yeah, probably should have mentioned
Wow.
that earlier.
Yeah.
He's like, it's like the Tok'ra all over again, just like
Yeah.
withholding important
Yeah.
information.
Can I just say though, is like something I've just realized about Jack. We sit here and we say that he holds all these grudges and doesn't trust people like long term for like the past and stuff. But it's really
Mm.
beautiful that he was able to meet Teal'c and like immediately judge that he was a good person despite Teal'c's past as well.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know?
That's true.
Like I think Jack is just genuinely a good judge of character, and I don't think he's like persistently rude to everybody. You know, like they earn his trust.
Birds of a feather.
Yeah.
Warriors, no warriors.
Mm. Mm.
It's getting its power from somewhere else.
Mm.
This really reminds me of the Mist episode of Atlantis. Or really the Atlantis episode reminds me of this one.
Just chucks his gear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently the words there on the side of the water tank, the manufacturing plate, it translates to brown born.
Jeez.
Hmm. This is such an interesting episode. I find it hard to like
It
not,
is.
I just want to watch
It's
her.
almost like a mini movie.
Yeah. Like they haven't gone off world for this one. The problems are in their backyard, and I love it.
Pretty much.
That water is a life form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore. It's in a friend now.
A frenemy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A frozen frenemy.
Well, it's good you weren't back.
Yeah, it saved her life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's gonna go well.
So these ID tags are actually American style dog tags with the rubber silencers and
Yep.
more than one field. So apparently the actual Russian style tags just have a serial number in large print.
Oof.
You are a
That's
number.
bit dehumanizing. Yeah.
Yeah, little bit, yeah.
They were shot because they were possessed.
Yeah, so initially what I like love is that like it feels very like Sam and Jack here. And then in a minute they're gonna like switch teams where like it's gonna be Sam and Daniel in the sub and Daniel's gonna be having all the fun. And then Teal'c's gonna have that whole situation and I'm very excited to see them all do their thing.
That is cool.
Mm-hmm. I'd have loved to have gone
Underwater.
back if it wasn't so friggin' dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. Big oof.
Hello.
Creepy.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, me too.
Going home.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. Big brain.
Yeah. Plan B.
Go and shut it off. Nuclear powered.
It sounds so severe.
Yeah.
Like 10 years?
Well, it'll be shut off by now, so
It'll
problem
be a
solved.
while.
What are we in? 2024?
Mm-hmm. This ship is so cool.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, see, that is a bold-faced lie. So I think he's definitely testing to see how much she knows.
She knows,
because
yeah.
like his face, right? And Nicole, it kind of reminds me of Friends where they're like, they don't know that we know they know we know.
They know we know. Yeah. That's brilliant.
Welcome to Jim Cordwell watching with us.
Oh, hello, Jim.
Welcome, friend.
Hey, new here. How does this work? Do I watch it separately to this? Yes, you do. We're watching the American edition. So if you're watching the UK edition, you'll be a bit faster than us. So we won't be completely in sync, but mostly relatively in sync.
I used to have that headset.
Oh, did you?
I
You
did.
should have kept it. Been like, oh, they use this in Stargate. Nicole might bite off me one day.
Yeah, you could call it like screen accurate.
That's right.
Screen accurate headset.
How did you find us, Jim? Curious. I love hearing how people discover us and want to join. It's nice. Off we go. I'm not gonna lie, this is super claustrophobic, but like, it's quite cool. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in a submarine.
Oh no, I get very claustrophobic. Sorry.
You know what, guys? I'm really glad that we didn't watch this last year during that whole Titanic situation.
Yes, I know, right?
Oh, with the
Would have been
Titan?
a bad
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
Yeah, that would have been
yeah,
bad
yeah.
timing.
The perspective on this shot is awesome, like from the top. Also, Nicole, did you get that kind of like little vibe there where like Jack says good luck and only Sam responds and it's sort of like really whispered?
Oh, yeah.
And she doesn't
Obviously.
call him sir.
No.
Cool shot.
Jim, you found us through TikTok? Was it through me? Love that. I love the blue visual effects here. Like the way that they've done this lighting is gorgeous.
Oh, Daniel.
That's what I would do.
He needed to bring some gum with him, you know, like when you're taking off in an aircraft.
I'm not gonna lie, I really feel like the women have like got it this episode. Like they're both like absolutely crushing it, and I just feel like everyone else is kind of like, except for Jack as well, he's also calm. I feel like Teal'c and Daniel are, like such newbies to everything that they're like, what?
How are they going to go EV? I mean, how are they going to get out of the submarine and turn off the drone?
Yeah.
Remotely, I guess.
Maybe they'll go up to it. So, it has like claws, don't it? Stab, stab.
Yeah, it might do, yeah. Svetlana just said over and out. So apparently this term is only popular in TV trope.
That's correct.
It's not actually used in real radio communication because it mixes up two signals: over, which means you're waiting for a response, and out, which means the conversation is over.
That is 100% correct.
So you can't be waiting for a response and
every time my dad hears this, it drives him nuts.
I bet it does.
That was one of the coolest shots of this season, where they've got the interior of the sub.
Yes. Yeah.
At a kind of a drive-by.
Well, I'm kind of glad that they waited another couple of seasons from like the original concept of this episode to when they
So they could
actually
actually
made
do
it,
it.
because I think we really benefit from the slightly like upgraded special effects.
2000s. Tis good. Oh dear, oh dear. I like the bubbles rising. It's very
It
cool.
suggests that they're sitting still.
Yeah, well, they are sitting still.
Oh, so they stopped?
Yeah, they're slowing
They're
down.
like coming to a
'cause
stop. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The water is holding them into one place.
Maybe the bubbles are like the different entities being like, oi, stop.
Yeah.
Like when you talk and the bubbles blot out.
That's funny.
It's funny that we're like 3/4 of the way through the episode and we still haven't seen Mayborn yet. It's like really
That's true.
leave it
Yeah,
to the last
he's
minute.
such a great twist, honestly.
I know.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we've got a consultant. And now they're encased in amber, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't have to give them back. They could have
No.
kept them.
Mm-mm. This it only just literally occurred to me, but I guess this episode kind of is quite similar to Entity, which is like later on this season.
That's what I was thinking, actually, yeah.
Yeah, because it's, like an alien entity sort of like taking possession, and then you have to try and negotiate with it, and just an entity, they sort of threaten to kill it if it doesn't go back.
Well, that's why I think this one reminds me of already the Mist one from the home from Stargate Atlantis reminds me of this. Because the Mist is also alive and like
That's true.
he's also a
Yeah.
power source.
Or countless
So,
Star Trek episodes where the nebula is alive.
Oh,
It's one of
Oh
my
yeah,
most
like that
tired
one season
tropes.
7
trope.
episode of SG1. Was it Grace?
Yeah, the nebula's
Yes,
alive.
Grace, yes.
Yep.
Although they don't really go into that too much, but yeah.
No.
So this episode is the
Not
last time in SG1 that they use the MP5A3 machine guns.
Yo, you're right.
They switch to the P90s
P90.
in the next episode.
Oh, it's tragic. I really miss them. The P90 started feeling a bit like much after a while.
I don't know. I think the P90 is more Jack. I always associate Jack with P90.
I agree.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
think he looks hotter with this. Less hot with the P90.
No, I think he's all about the P90 for me.
Yeah, nah. I like that. Like, I gauge hotness on like which gun he's holding. That sounds terrible.
Oh, it doesn't
He
sound
turned off
British
the
at
oven.
all.
He turned off the oven.
He did
My-
turn
my-
off the oven.
my-
Oh, the heater or whatever it is. No, it is an oven.
Favorite thing is the way that Jack responds here.
Oh, to Mayborn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy frozen bad guys.
Yes.
It's brilliant.
Didn't
I love
expect
how they just
you.
hold it there and you don't know who it is.
Yeah.
It's
such a good
great.
twist.
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
Oh,
Hey, Tom
so-
Macbeth.
Tom
Mayborn
Macbeth.
should have been incarcerated in Shades of Grey, but presumably he was too well connected and escaped.
Yeah, the
So
Russians got
it's
him.
likely that he's been given, he's been giving Dr. Markov all the intel on the SGC, which essentially also makes him a traitor.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
love
and
how
he
he
is
just-
wearing
He's naughty.
he is wearing like the Russian uniform.
Yep.
He's a big
Absolutely.
traitor.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Daniel, what's the beef for?
Oh, yeah.
The sub is Swiss. Thank you. Perfect time.
Oh.
That's funny.
Well, it's not really water, darling. So
They don't know that.
yeah. She's so frustrated with herself, and it's like, honey, you're on an alien planet. Expect the unexpected.
Well, I guess she's got 2 other lives in her hand, essentially. So
Yeah. But it's so sad. It's just the way he's so rude.
he
he's-
really is. And
He's
the
doing
point that
the
I
Jack
was
stuff. It's weird.
yeah, he really is. But the point that like I was going to make, oh, you know what? I'll make it later.
Okay. Jim Caldwell said it's Sam that shows off the P90 skills, convincing your father's staff weapons are a bit pants.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
What is pants?
Yeah, pants like crap.
Oh.
It's pants.
So, Harry's neck moves a tiny bit, like whereas his hand is completely frozen, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But Tom
Frozen.
revealed in his DTG interview that he nearly sustained permanent eye damage as a result of the heat lamps used to melt the wax that they'd used to make him look frozen. Initially, the discomfort was attributed to like a reaction to the wax, but they later discovered that the heat lamps had essentially cooked his corneas.
Yep.
And he said in another interview that it took him like 2 months to recover fully. So,
damn. Did
it really hurt him.
Really putting himself into this role.
God, Daniel is just so salty. I love it.
Yeah, he's really salty in this episode.
He's not usually this nasty with people. He's really like compassionate and understanding. But Jack's not here, so he's like, right, I've got to be rude this day. Yeah. Well, you came back, so
they're not letting him back through this time. That's it.
Yeah, they're pretty salty.
You have our people, we have yours now.
Yeah.
The salted water is salty. I mean,
it's very salty water.
But still.
Love them. Love this. I'm not gonna lie. This like, what do I call a bromance between two women? It's so good. Oh dear.
We are thawing unusually fast.
Weird comment to make about Tom Macbeth, which is that like in the earlier seasons he had that whole like, you know, tight ass, uptight, you know, like military man.
Yeah.
He got and please feel free to share this with him because, you know, I love him so much. He got hotter as time went on, like literally, like not just now, just in general. You know?
I actually quite like the beard.
The beard? Oh, please, yes. It's good to be king. Woo! I was like, damn.
I think I read somewhere that he had the beard for like another role. But yeah, I like a little bit of facial hair.
Oh, it works. Yeah, it works.
That did something for me too.
It works for me 100%, you know. If the age difference wasn't so bad and he was like, you know, not married, I'd shoot my shot.
Jeez.
Oh God.
I take back what I said about telling Tom. Don't tell Tom that.
I won't tell him.
I've got a really odd crush on him, but like I don't want him.
Oh, I noticed.
Yeah.
I noticed. We went to lunch with him.
We did. Oh dear.
It was a good day though.
It was such a good day. I was literally talking about it with Adam yesterday and some friends, off topic, but in short, we went to like a car show and it was at a university campus, and we were walking through the university campus and
PTSD.
Adam brought up, you know, like, at least we were invited this time. Like in Vancouver when we essentially went to 2 university campus, like unauthorized. Yeah.
Oh, I love Daniel. It's so great. Like,
there's not much that they can do. They're stuck.
Yeah.
While they wait for this life form to figure out what to do to them. Uh-oh.
Hello. Wakey, wakey.
That heat kind of took care of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. I actually love how he plays this.
Oh, me too. I'm not gonna lie.
Like the first thing he says is Jack, isn't it? He does that whole like Jack.
Yeah.
It's not him.
No, not yet. I think honestly, I think he's my favorite guest character in this.
Oh, I think so too.
Other than Jacob and Braytak, I love him because I love the villains. The villains that you fall in love with are my favorite characters in everything.
I just think he has like the best character arc.
He really does.
Like for one of the guest stars, he has the best character arc.
He was a horrible guy. Now he's awesome. So
here we go.
He's like, run.
Freezer. It's too late.
Oh, there it goes.
That was just inside Mabel, and you don't want that.
Nostrils.
What a guy. Honestly, I love that he just saved Jack. This is like the
Yeah.
real start of their bromance, you know? I had no idea it was coming. I was like, what on earth? Because I'd only met him like once before. Because remember, I watched Out of Order. So season 1, I saw him with the Tolands. So when the next time I saw him was here, and I was like, what happened? what happened to Mayborn?
That's it.
He fell far.
Yeah, it's not a handshake. It's the squeeze of like around the neck.
Right.
Yeah. So my favorite thing I just want to say about the chat is that they're all currently educating our new friend Jim on how the chevron thing works with no half chevrons
that's cute.
ratings, and it's adorable.
That's really cute.
Bringing everyone up to speed.
Yeah.
They just started. They had no time. She was called.
Yeah.
She got so lucky.
Yeah. And now you're under a lot of pressure.
This is what happens.
You know, the sub is under a lot of pressure.
That's funny.
This is what happens when people are under pressure. Like what is it? Space Shuttle Challenger was an example of like the pressure to launch, even though they knew there was something wrong apparently. And it's just like, wow, it's really sad when pressure causes people to make mistakes, and yet we never like learn. Yeah.
Well, close your mouth and cover your nose. It's not going to go in through your ears.
Face mask times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice that an older, like, stubborn guy is able to, like, turn around and become not the worst. I love him. Yeah.
Hmm.
And threw himself through.
Knew the address.
Yeah.
There's a lot of exposition in this episode.
It's good, the exposition.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's very fun. I don't have to see everything. I'm happy to be told sometimes, you know? Stargate has a really fun way for me, like I find this great, of doing the whole exposition thing and making it really fun where they're telling instead of showing, and they do it in a way where I love it, you know? A lot of other things are like show don't tell, so.
Yeah. Well, it's a good balance, I think. They hit a good balance between the show and the tell.
They're able to do so much with words, and I love it. That's going to be a problem. Just let him vom in front of the gate. Get him close enough. Hold him back.
Projectile vom.
Yeah.
How about you get out of the freezer there?
Yeah.
Push all the buttons you
Daniel.
want. You're not going anywhere.
I love when he gets like this. What if it's a life form? It's like, here comes the cutie, patootie, innocent, sweet Daniel who wants to help things. Yeah, look, lady, we've been through this enough.
Yeah,
we know it's a life form.
Instead of thinking outside the square, he's just thinking outside the sub.
Ha ha ha.
Oh, dear. It was so bad I laughed.
That's what you guys say? Think outside the square, not outside the box?
Oh, yeah, we probably say box. But
yeah, I don't know why Evie said square.
5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. And
yeah, we've got to forgive Evie for the attempts at humor that are full of sleep.
That was an unscripted joke, so that's why it was...
Do you have scripted jokes?
Of course she does. She watches the episode in advance.
I write stuff. Yeah, I write stuff down.
She has a leg up on all of us.
I'm so proud of you.
Those oxygen...
yeah, it's not going to do much.
That's not going to do much. We can do swim to the Stargate. The pressure will kill you.
The effect of the water coming in looked almost like the Stargate dialing. It was like they took the effect of the Stargate coming together when the wormhole's being established and just threw that on the front of the sub.
It looks like Junior is like fighting it so hard.
He's like, get out! I don't want this.
It's like an arm wrestle between Junior and this like mist just
Ray-
internally.
Ray Wood just said, I see smart water in the grocery store, and I think, oh no,
Yes.
Or now
That's
the
a smart
air
water
that they're
today.
selling air now. I think
Yeah.
it's interesting
Gosh.
that they don't rush in on them. They're
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're like trying to figure out. No, it doesn't. It wants you
Well,
out, brother.
Apparently, this interaction is reminiscent of the James Cameron movie The Abyss
Yep.
from 1989. So, in that film, an American submarine sinks in the Caribbean, and a US search team joins forces with oil workers trying to beat Soviet ships to find the sub. And then, deep underwater, they run into something surprising. Spoiler alert, it's aliens. But yeah, so a little bit similar.
Stop, Tilk.
Can I just say as well, I really loved the way that she went and like grabbed Daniel to save him, and then Sam moves on at the
Yes.
end. Like they don't care. They were like, "We're gonna help," I love that. Just love
And they
people
get
who just
cocooned by the
Yeah.
smart water.
look at this well-behaved water. It's leaving on its own. How kind.
Mm-hmm. It didn't take Tilk through.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Decided not to be rude. I like that it closed it. It was like, it got there and it was like, oh yeah, we're going to close it and send these people back.
Yes. That it was
It
like
didn't have to.
keeping it kept
Yeah.
the sub. It's just like
Yeah.
finders keepers. You can
Yeah.
have your people, we're keeping the sub.
Yeah.
It's Swiss.
I
And
think
here
we
they
should
come.
I love that line.
Duck.
Yeah, a little too close to the vortex.
Mm.
Every time I see them
Oh,
get thrown back through, all I can think of is the alien race going, and stay out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it did.
Hey guys, everything's hunky dory.
Aren't you missing something?
A sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not wet.
So, according to the DVD commentary, this wasn't the intended ending, which is why it feels so abrupt.
It is very abrupt, isn't it?
And
Yeah.
there is a review on Gateworld that called it empty and said it gave no sense of closure and seemed incomplete.
Well, I think the closure's fine. Don't come back. Alien race wants you out.
Yeah,
Done.
and
Yeah.
Jack says it right here with this line.
Yeah, I'm not bothered by how abruptly it finishes, but I can
Yeah.
see why people would be slightly
Miffed.
irritated by it
Yeah.
and feel that it's not complete.
So what people are
yeah.
referring to is the missing of what's called a tag, which is like a wrap-up scene after the climax of a
Yes.
show. And
I don't
Stargate
need
is
that.
notorious, especially SG1, is notorious
Yeah.
for not doing them. So
Yeah.
I spoken a lot with Rob Cooper about that, and it's just they rather would spend more time on the story.
Yeah, fair enough.
To be
Rather
honest,
than a
not
what did we
everything
learn
needs to be
scene.
explained.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Mm.
sometimes the lesson you learned was the thing you did along the way, not the final thing. And it's
It's
like
the
you kind
friends you make
you-
along the way.
yeah, and it's like when you read a story, right? A lot of the time for me, the end of the stories always feel like, well, I kind of knew that was to be expected from the journey that I was going on, and it's like the feelings I'm left with after, which is what matter. Like Watergate is a phenomenal episode for me. I love it. I love the guest stars. I just love the chemistry. I think everyone does a great job, and I have a good time. I don't care if it feels cut off. It slapped. So
It
Yeah.
slapped.
it slapped.
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 That's Watergate, everyone.